Botox has been around for about 25 or 30 years, so it's a very safe product. I want to first sort of describe the role of Botox, what to expect when you have Botox done. The best way for me to describe it, it's like a shirt. If you wear a shirt every day, it gets more wrinkled, right? That shirt is like your skin. When you take a shirt and you hang it on the wall, that's like Botox. You take that shirt and you hang it on the wall. Over time, the wrinkles get better. It doesn't all of a sudden go away, but over time the wrinkles get better and better because you can't wrinkle the shirt. That's what Botox does, is it blocks a muscle from moving. But to really get that shirt clean, you've got to iron it. And that's really, that's sort of like a peel or a laser or a plasma or some other treatment. What Botox doesn't do. Botox is just to help soften it. I always say that Botox is like a regimen. If you use Botox consistently, typically it lasts about 3 to 4 months. In a few of my patients it may last 5 to 6 months or beyond, but that's uncommon. Then you'll really reap the benefits of Botox, which is that your skin will immediately look better. But over time, over a period of years, wrinkles continue to soften instead of getting worse. So it's almost like instead of getting them worse and worse and worse over time, they get better and better and better. And that's really what Botox does, is it offers that to you. The reason I'm different when I do Botox is, number one, I do all my Botox myself. Number two, unlike probably your previous Botox experience, you really feel no discomfort whatsoever. That's something I'm very proud of. Based on my acupressure techniques, the tiny, tiny needles, it's an extremely comfortable experience. I mark all my patients out so that I get consistency. It won't be a crapshoot, if you will, every time you come to see me. My Botox is very consistent. And my patients who've been to 5 or 6 places always say that I have the smoothest results out there. My touch-ups, I don't charge. I really stand behind everything I do. And I usually see you back about 2 weeks after the treatment just to make sure that your result is great. Now, let me break down what Botox does in which areas of the face. I mainly use Botox for the upper part of the face. The wrinkles when you smile and you frown and you lift your brows up, those are the areas that I treat. And the easiest way to break it down is into 3 areas. The areas around the sides of the eyes, called the crow's feet when you smile. The areas when you lift your brows, that's your forehead. And then the areas between your eyes that when you frown, they get worse. I always like to look back at our high school physics class and remember the saying, every action has a reaction, and that's important with Botox. The muscle pulls are in different directions. The only muscle that lifts your forehead is this one right here called the frontalis. So if I just block the forehead in someone a little bit older, with the other muscles working unopposed, there's a tiny chance the brows could come down. Usually it's not the case. But that's why I see you back at 2 weeks, to make sure everything is in balance. And I make sure that everything looks good. The same thing can also be true. Some people want a brow lift result with Botox. Essentially what that is blocking the upper portion on the sides of the eyes so that if you can't pull down, this is a pull down muscle, then the upper portion, the forehead that lifts, will lift the muscles up unopposed. So those are the subtle things about Botox that I do and I'm very attentive to every time you come in.